Attorney General Pam Bondi and Donald Trump's cover-up continues. They were so intimidated by special counsel Jack Smith's testimony before Congress. They first refused to allow Jack Smith to discuss volume 2 of his report, which involved Donald Trump taking documents, classified information, and hiding it at Mar-a-Lago and then obstructing justice. They refused to allow special counsel Jack Smith to testify about that at the congressional hearing. You see, Judge Eileen Cannon has kept under seal all of the filings relating to volume 2 and relating to the Mar-a-Lago document case, which she was presiding over, even though she dismissed that case longer than a year ago, 2 years ago at this point. She still claims jurisdiction over the case, and she says, I am not going to allow volume 2 or anything about that case to be released until I hear further briefing from the Department of Justice. Except, you see, Judge Eileen Cannon did nothing for over a year. And then finally, the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals is like, you realize you're the judge on this case still, so you have to make a ruling about volume 2 and about when it's going to be released, to which Judge Eileen Cannon responded by doing a briefing schedule and said, just get back to me sometime in like late January or February. And, you know, as we predicted here on the Midas Touch Network, what Pam Bondi was going to do is she was going to, have the DOJ do a long briefing schedule. Then she would sit on it for a while, and then she would come up with ways to further delay. But it was going to be interesting to see what the Department of Justice says about volume 2, the Mar-a-Lago document case, because people like Pam Bondi and others in the regime, they go on Fox all of the time, and Donald Trump, recently posting about Jack Smith, they attack him. Oh, he lied about this. He lied about that. He needs to be prosecuted this. And special counsel Jack Smith is like, I will talk to the House, to the Senate, any committee you want to bring me in front of. I'm good. I want to talk about my investigation. Obviously, if it's highly sensitive classified information, I'm not going to talk about that, but I should be able to talk about the case and my role as a special counsel. The special counsel statutes say that the special counsel is essentially supposed to testify before Congress, and there's never been a situation where a special counsel has been from appointed by either political party has ever been prevented from testifying about their investigation. And that's precisely what happened. I mean, we all know special counsel Jack Smith testified this past week in Congress, but all he could testify about was the January 6th case and not the Mar-a-Lago case. The DOJ said, based on what Judge Cannon has ruled, we, the DOJ, will basically prosecute you, Jack Smith. We'll throw you in prison if you even talk about anything that had not been public about the Mar-a-Lago document case, and so Jack Smith was like, well, you want to provide me guidance of like what that means? No, we don't want to provide you guidance. Good luck. You say something about the Mar-a-Lago case that we believe is under seal, we'll prosecute you, Jack Smith. And so that was put on the record as well. I'll show you that in a moment. But now we know what the DOJ's plan was all along, and they've made the argument here before Judge Cannon that everything in volume 2, again, this is all of Jack Smith's report on the Mar-a-Lago document case about Donald Trump taking these classified documents, and